Hello there and welcome. In this lesson, we will be understanding all of the business related fees when it comes to PayPal and eBay. So stick around. First of all, what I suggest you to do is head to Wise and then type PayPal fee calculator right here, as you can see. And for example, we can simulate some things. So where are you based? Let's say that that you are as a seller based in US and the buyer is also based in US. So basically the buyer sends you 100 US dollars and the PayPal fee is 2.99. If the buyer sends you, for example, $10, the PayPal fee is 3 cents and so on. If you do $1,000, it's $30. This is just the PayPal fee. We'll talk also about eBay fee. There's something called insertion fees and selling fees. I will talk about them shortly. So this could be differ for you. So what I suggest you to do is head in your browser and type in Wise PayPal calculator, and you will find this link right here, the first link. Click on it, and then you will be met in this page that I will just showing you. You can type in your country, the buyer's country, and you will get an idea about those fees. With that out of the way, let's understand selling fees when it comes to eBay. What their fees that are you paying in eBay? So find out what it costs to sell on eBay. So basically there's two things. There's something called insertion fee and final value fees, which I'm going to talk about in right now. So let's go to insertion fee. Every month you get up to 250 zero insertion fee listed. So you can list up to 250 items without paying anything or more if you have an eBay store, which I'll talk about more for people that are thinking of scaling this. So after you've used your zero insertion fee allowance, insertion fees are non-refundable if your item doesn't sell. So basically you are paying a fee to list the item on eBay after surpassing the 250 item limit. So charged for listing and per category. So if you list your item in two categories, you will pay an insertion fee for the second category as well. So if an item belongs to two categories, which we will talk about more, the categories thing, it will be paying for both insertion fees in both categories. So you're charged for the original listing, and each time you choose to relist the item as well, you're charged per listing if you create duplication auction style listings for identical items. So you'll pay for that as well. You're charged only once per listing for listings with multiple items. So keep that in mind. So yeah, what I need you to worry about this is you don't have to worry about it right now, only after you surpass this limit that you need to really understand what you are paying for. So keep that in mind. So let me give you an example of insertion fees. You can see right here, final value fees by product category. So you are charged different rates per the category that you are paying for. This fee is calculated based on the total amount of the sale, including the cost of the item and shipping, sales tax, and other applicable fees. So most categories, exceptions apply, of course. I will talk about them in a second. So you're paying final value fee plus the per order fee. So 13.6% on total amount of the sale up to $7,000 and 2.35% on the portion of the sale over that price point. So for example, here you can see categories. What I suggest you to do is go to your browser, type eBay seller fees, and then you will be prompted into this page. And right here, you will be prompted to it, and you will see everything related to what I'm talking about and see the category that you work with. So for example, if you're working with sneakers over this price point, you're paying 8% on the total amount sale, and the per order fee is not charged. So you're not getting charged that. And basically, watches and other things, you are paying 15% on the total amount sale up to $1,000, 6.5 if it's between 1,000 and 7.5, and 3% over $7.5. So you get the idea. These are all things that you are paying for. It depends again on the category, as I said. You can also head to calculate your fees, as I said. Right here, if you type that, calculate your fees, you'll see this page that I'm talking about. And if you are an eBay store subscriber, which is basically a thing that you pay eBay as a monthly price to make your fees less. So whenever you start seeing a lot of success with eBay, you can come here and subscribe to the eBay store subscriber, which will minimize the fees that you are paying for and make it form into a monthly subscription, especially if you are doing well. So yeah, as I said right here, every month you get 250 free listings. Those listings can be used for auction or fixed price items, and additional listing costs. This is the insertion fee, basically 0.35 cents per listing. You only pay this listing fee after using the 250 monthly zero insertion fees, and those reset basically after every month that you have. So you can do 250 this month, 250 next month without paying any insertion fees. So yeah, let's talk now about the other things. So we have here final value fees. We charge one final value fee when your item sells, and you don't have to worry about third-party payment processing fees. This fee is calculated as a percentage, so keep that in mind, of the total amount of the sale, plus a per order fee. So for example, for orders below $10 or less, the fee is fixed. As I show you with the Wise calculator, it's 30 cents. For order above it, the fee is 0.5 plus the percentage that they're taking from. So yeah, the total amount of the sale includes the item price, any handling charges, any shipping costs collected from the buyer. Some exceptions apply. You can click on here to see it. Sales tax as well. If you live in US, you're paying for gas, for example. And an order is defined as number of items purchased by the same buyer at checkout with the same shipping. So if you need to refund the buyer or cancel the sale, you may be eligible for fee credits as per our fee credits policy, which you can check it right here. So this is the fee credits, and you can find situations where things happen. And yeah, generally you have to try to avoid situations like this, which we'll be talking more about in depth in the customer support section. And so you can see your category, as I said again, and search for the exact category that you have, and you will find everything, as you can see, accordingly right here. So yeah, fees for classified ad listing formats, you can find them right here if you're doing that. Real estate listings and optional listing upgrades. So also there is international fees. So if your registered address is in the US and you offer eBay international shipping for your eligible listings, you won't be charged an international fee when your eligible item sells. If you're not using eBay international shipping to ship your item, we charge an international fee. So either the delivery address of the item that's entered by the buyer during the checkout is outside the US, or the buyer's registered address is outside of the US, regardless of the delivery address for the item. So keep that in mind. This fee is 1.65% for international stuff. And yeah, that's basically pretty much it. So I've also talked about the store subscription. I'm going to explain it right here in a minute. It's basically you choose, for example, how many items do you plan to list each month? So 1 to 500, or for example, you say I'm a casual hobbyist or I'm a new small business. You see that you have $5 monthly that you can pay for, and you get 250 free auction listings, 3 cents for so on. So this is something that you just have to keep on your mind when you do very, very well, and that you will be paying, for example, less insertion fees. As you can see right here, for this one, you pay $60 per month, and you get 10 cents insertion fee instead of the 30 cents if you're listing a lot of items. And as I said, that differs from business to business, condition to condition, and so on. So, and finally, with Pioneer, there's also the withdrawal fees, which are basically when you withdraw. I'll click on withdraw right here. So, for example, when you want to withdraw to your bank account, if you want to withdraw in local currency from a Pioneer balance or a different currency, you'll pay up to 3% of transaction amounts, as you can see right here, with withdrawal in local currency. So, for example, if you have USD balance and you have a USD bank account in the US and you are paying, as you can see right here, for customer located in the US, you are paying 1.5 for US to US, 1.5 euros to euro, and 1.5 pounds from pound to pound, and so on. So if you withdraw above $50,000, it will be 0.5. If the bank account is in the same currency, is in the same country, basically, and everything checks out, you're also paying 0.5%. So if you are doing it in non-local currency, which might be the case for most of you, so for example, you have USD balance and then you're getting paid out in Europe, you're going to pay 3% of the transaction amount, and that's basically it. And that's pretty much it with business fees. This is all you have to know about business fees. As I said, PayPal or Payoneer on your case, and eBay. And that's pretty much about it. Thanks a lot for following alongside with this lesson. I'll see you in the next one.